only fatality that may be associated with this speakeasy. Some weeks earlier, after 2 o'clock in the morning, a young woman was crossing the street. The street itself, to the best of my knowledge, only had one open business, and that would be this illegal business. So there is reason to infer she was crossing to go to this place when she was struck by a hit-and-run driver and was killed near this establishment, about a block away. When I actually went up to see the crime scene very shortly after the shooting occurred, at the corner was a telephone pole surrounded by teddy bears and flowers. It was not there for this. It was there for her death in that hit-and-run situation. So we're going to shut this place down. We're going to make every effort to shut this place down. And I hope this will serve as notice to other speakeasies in the city. Ain't going to be so easy. Might be speak hard. You need to shut down, or we will shut you down. This is illegal activity, and we are here to shut it down. All right, with that, I think we have covered the major points. I'm sure that you may have some questions. I don't have my usual sign-in list here, so if you will work with me, I will go from, oh, here we go. I do have my list. We will go through this. If I miss anybody, please let me know. I'll make sure that everybody gets to ask questions. Channel 3 CBS, Ryan Hughes.
Hey, you said you've been in contact with the owner of the speakeasy. Are they cooperating with you ahead of that hearing that's coming up in September?
I have not been in contact with the owner of the speakeasy. We are pursuing them legally to shut them down. But I have not had a conversation with the owner of the speakeasy. And that's kind of understandable because obviously the owner appears to be engaged in very illegal activity. So, you know, I mean, I'm happy to take his call, but I think it's unlikely.
And just to clarify, the woman that you were mentioning hit by the hit-and-run driver, do you believe that she was heading over to the speakeasy?
There is an inference that she was. She did not live on that block, to our knowledge. And I have been on that block. It appears that there were no other businesses open. So we don't know with certainty, but we have reason to think that this speakeasy, like many others, attracts people at very, very late hours. And these are not well-run establishments. They are not safe. They do not conduct themselves well. Sometimes terrible, tragic things can happen. All right, let me see. Brianna Gallagher, Channel 6 ABC. Hi. The short answer is no. We have not come to that conclusion. We have a lot of information, but the detectives are doing a really thorough job, and we are trying to do our very best to make sure we have all of the information that we can get. I don't think we will probably have an answer to that for another month or two that we can make public.
Anything more you can reveal as to the moment that led up to the shooting?
Not really. It's not that we don't know anything. We do know some things. But when you have witness statements from a number of people, and some of what you're getting matches and some doesn't match, video that you have, it's time to dig deeper. It's time to talk to any and all possible witnesses. It's time to try to do things like getting inside of a phone or looking at electronic records that might suggest a context or a motivation or a reason. We're trying to flip every one of those rocks to find out what is there, and the detectives are doing a very serious job at that as well. So that's a long way of saying I can't answer your question beyond that, but it is obviously a part of the story that we'd like to know. All right, Cristel Mora. En español. I did say your name in
welcome back to All Day Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm filling in for Courtney Godfrey today. Today is the state fair, the first day of the Minnesota State Fair, and happening now in the Compeer Livestock Arena. 4-H'ers are showing their heifers. Heifers are young female cows which have not had a calf yet. So that is going on right now at the state fair, and we'll go there live.
We're not planning any break before the breeding heifer show, so once the cow-calf show is over, we'll be moving on to the breeding heifer show. Starting with the Charolais breed, the Foundation Seminoles, and the purebred Seminoles.
Commercials here, and I think the young lady's motley face pair here just love the overall dimension that this female has. Still has that youthful look about her to be a mature cow. Love the functionality of her. Really appreciate her out of the ground, the feet that she's got underneath her. These girls got to last a long time for us today, and just that one's just so true to the ground, and she's got a lot of future ahead of her as well. The young man here that's going to come next, one that is just burly, you like the overall power and dimension that that one has. I have to probably just shape her feet up a little bit more. Just one very nice female. She too matches our customer a whole lot. Maddie has a little bit more chest than our customer has today. Really nice team placement and heifer cap on that one as well. The really nice little female here that's going to come through. Just so maternal, so beautiful, feminine, and overall structure and look. She's just a little bit more refined than those two heifers, just like they did behind her. Just a little bit more. Give her just a shot more muscle that order with her. The very feminine, very fresh looking female out here today. Ultra long spine, but with that, we get a little bit more tubular there in the center portion of her body. Just trying to have a little bit more chest and more looking at that. Very class, I think it could have been a coin toss. Once we get up on top of it and look at the on the side of this black female versus the white one, you can tell she's Okay, your places at the second class of commercial cow-calf pairs. One purple in first place, Skylar Sullivan of Dodge Chevy. Second was Byron Olson of East Side Dale. Third is Hilton Booth, Big Soul. Fourth, Callie Holland of Cottonwood. Fifth is Colton Sullivan of Saddle. And Allie Kilmer of Mills. Sixth. We're now going to pick your champion and reserve.
again, we'll be at our championship. The championship's up in the Coliseum. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll start with the prospect calves, then the cow-calf pairs and breeding heifers, dairy steers, and then the market beef championship. We'll also be awarding special awards for interviews, the State Fair scholarships, and this year for the first time in market beef and dairy steer division, our carcass champions. We scanned some carcass animals yesterday. So should be an exciting event. If you haven't been inside the Coliseum yet, you're in for a treat. Really great. Looks great in there. Let's give Jenna Kraft a round of applause as she concludes the cow-calf championship.
First off, I want y'all to give all the cow-calf exhibitors that we had today a big round of applause. It takes a lot of work to haul a pair of rounds. It is not an easy feat, and it takes just a lot of patience. So congratulations to every exhibitor that brought a cow-calf pair to the ring today, no matter your placing. I think that is very important, the production side of this aspect for sure. We've got just 2 classes out here, and I think we've got 2 very nice females that represent each class. The female out of that first class, the 2-year-olds, one that just has so much show having a look about her, but still raising an incredible calf at her side and maintaining just that overall look that we love to see. You know, we talk in her class about what the changes. She wants to kind of protect that hind right leg. I like to see her get out and just get out with a little bit of ease and more ease and reach there off that hind leg. But boy, that's thinking on a very high quality female there. But not leaving a cow there out of the second class. One that just reads with so much longevity. We love just the overall foundation aspects of her, the earliness, the food underneath her. She doesn't have that rowdiness that you don't have in that first class. That is just one solid, very nice female and a very nice calf at the side there. Let's give one big and another round of applause for each champion here out there.
Your champion, commercial pair, is shown by Aria Frank of Goodhue County. And your third champion is shown by Byron Olson. Excuse me, shown by Skylar Sullivan of Dodge County. This concludes our commercial cow-calf division and our cow-calf show for now. So we'll be moving right into our breeding heifer show, starting with the Charolais breed. And now move to the breeding heifer show. And I'm going to turn over the MC duties to Mike Schmidt. Mike's helped us for many years. All right, thank you,
show. First class we have going in is our registered summer yearlings in the Charlie division. We have one person in the class. We consider 444 Amy Pazelka from Cass County. Ever born May 7, 2025.
Good looking heifer.
You need a water, pop?
Something to drink in there.
I got a Sprite, a Diet Coke, or water.
Let's drink water.
You betcha.
Oh, they're done. They're working. Yeah, one went
All right, that is a look into the computer building at the Minnesota State Fair today. Today is the first day of the Minnesota State Fair, and we will go in and out of that over the next few hours. For now, we're just going to take a quick break. Welcome back to All Day Live. It's happening now. The 4-H'ers are from around the state are showing their beef breeding heifers at the state fair. We're going to go there now.
absolutely love just how well balanced she is, so smooth. You know, probably for me today, if I wanted to change something on this female, I just like to tidy her up, maybe pull a little bit of condition off of her. I think that sure helped that front end drastically. But I really like to maybe just give her a little bit more bone work underneath her. But boy, that is one very beautifully, very smooth made female there. Big powerhouse type of a female here. I love just the overall rootiness of this female. I love just how big body she is in the center portion of her body. For me today, she just gets a little bit coarser than the female ahead of her. I like to drop that tail head into her and just level her out there, and her top side just a little bit more steady. But two very nice females to start things off with. The young man or young lady except for here that's going to come next, a lot like that heifer in front of her. Love just the overall dimension and rootiness and power that she has. She just gets a little bit closer in her overall makeup. I like to just maybe just see her get on the move with a little bit more softness and functionality at the ground. I like to tie that chest floor into her as well. The young lady here that's going to come next for another just very maternal made female. She's pushing a little bit of condition for me today. I'd like to tie her up there, but then very functional, very flexible there at the ground. Really appreciate that. The young man that runs the class out with here, one that's very unique in her overall look. She's got a very beautiful front 1/3, very long and extended in her spine. She just gets pretty coarse off both ends and pretty vertical as well for me today to get her up any higher. But congratulations to those exhibitors.
Results of the junior year in class in Charlotte Division. First place receiving purple is Paige Foster, Dodge County. Second place also receiving purple is Maggie Olson, Dodge County. Third place, Abby Drew, Benton County. Fourth to Ava Price, Ottawa West. And fifth place is Michael Compton, Norfolk County. Now our ratings the senior year in class single entry in Charlotte Division. We have exhibit number 1870, Dally Hat, Beaver County. First in the registered senior year class, we have Dally Hat receiving purple ribbon, Dally Hat from Beaver County. Now they bring back the first and second place animals from the respective classes. First place out of the summer yearling class, we have number 444, Kaylee Zelka, Cass County. Out of second class, we have number 807, Peyton Foster. Second out of that class is number 770, Maggie Paulson, both from Dodge County. And out of the senior yearling class, we have number 1870, Dally Hat, Beaver County. The champion Charlotte and the third champion Charlotte after prizes are sponsored by the Minnesota-Wisconsin Charlotte Breeders Association.
smooth, so quickly. Love just the overall balance that this one has. Really, Dr. just has the overall burliness and smoothness. Like I said, probably where we need to change this one today is just ease her up on condition. Trimmer up there in her front 1/3, I think that that is a very solid female. That's second place out of that class. Another one that was just big and burly. Really appreciate the dimension that that one had in the center portion of her body. We talked to her in the past, you know, I'd like to tuck that tail head down into her skeleton. Just see her just a little bit more comfortable at the ground and just probably reconstruct those feet underneath her or help her a lot. But those are two very nice females out of that class. The female out of that last division was Senior Ariel here. Just a very nice female. Really appreciate her freshness that she had.
All right, that is the 4-Hers out at the state fair right now, showing their heifers in the Compeer Livestock Arena. Also at the state fair today, this little fella was born at 4 a.m. So my grandma just sent me this picture from the fair, so I had to show it. This is in the Miracle of Life building. This is the only one that was born today, and there were twins born yesterday. So super cute. All right, and to break, we're going to take the DNR fish cam. All right, and we'll be right back after this. Hi, welcome back to All Day Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm filling in for Courtney Godfrey today. So today is the first day of the State Fair, and yesterday during All Day we spoke with Jenna Nelson of the Rice County Historical Society about the 100th anniversary of the Tilt-A-Whirl. So the Tilt-A-Whirl debuted at the Minnesota State Fair 100 years ago, so back in 1926. It was invented just down in Faribault, Minnesota, and debuted in the same year it was invented. So I'm going to take you to that interview now.
You probably distinctly know the feeling of spinning, of tilting, of going sideways, of maybe grabbing your stomach, wondering if you're going to get sick. Of course, we're talking about the experience of being on the good old Tilt-A-Whirl. Well, that wonderful little carnival ride is celebrating its 100th anniversary. Built back in 1926, first designed there in a sketchbook of a guy named Herbert Sellner. Herbert was from Faribault. This is a Minnesota product through and through. So joining us now to talk more about the 100th anniversary of the Tilt-A-Whirl is Jenna Nelson. And Jenna is a curator with the Rice County Historical Society. Jenna, thanks so much for joining us here today to talk about this great piece of Americana and Minnesota history. I have to believe you've had a lot of fun researching this over the years.
Yes, I absolutely have, and thank you so much for having me.
How about we start with Herbert Sellner? Who was this guy?
Yes, so his family had actually emigrated over here from Germany, and so his dad was actually a really skilled craftsman with woodworking. And so with all of that, I think that's where a lot of Herbert's inventiveness came from and a lot of his craftsmanship and his skill. So he started really early on. He was working in the Faribault Furniture Factory and developed some skills there. And then very quickly, he started Sellner Woodcraft and the Ideal Lamp Company. So he had a few companies and inventions even before the Tilt-A-Whirl came into the picture.
My goodness, he was a craftsman, wasn't he? And an
Yes.
entrepreneur and an inventor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very inventive spirit.
So in 1926, he starts some sketches, right? Tell us about those sketches.
Yes. So in researching some things for an upcoming exhibit that we're doing on Sellner manufacturing, I actually found that we have copies of his very early daybooks, basically, that he was sketching out how he was doing all of the things for the Tilt-A-Whirl, who he was talking to. So as early as January of 1926, we see him coming up with the idea for the Tilt-A-Whirl, and he's actually calling it the Tilt-A-Lator at that time.
Thank goodness
So
he changed the name, right?
Yes, yeah, that was the working title with it at the time. But yeah, so we see that as early as January, and we found in our records that that comes from some conversations that he had had with his brother Martin. He had started a water ride that was a water merry-go-round, and that unfortunately didn't take off. It was destroyed in a storm. And so his brother Martin had said, why don't you make that a land-based ride? And so that's sort of where that idea behind having a kind of flatter Ferris wheel on the ground had come from.
So when you did your research and you looked at these sketches and maybe some of the notes that he had at the time, what was Herb trying to do? Was he trying to make all of us as dizzy as possible?
That does seem the way of things a little bit. A lot of his early water rides that he had created were a bit of a thrill ride. He had a water toboggan ride that took off very quickly and was being sold internationally even. And so with that, it was a very tall water slide for the time. And so I can only imagine that he was coming at it on how can we safely have people spin around as fast as possible.
Now, one of the geniuses of this ride is that no two rides are alike. Depending upon the weight of the person in this ride and how they're moving, I mean, my goodness, it's never going to be the same no matter how many times you ride it. This was really kind of a physics masterpiece that he built along the way. Was so much of that intentional? Or was it kind of trial and error as he was building this and designing it?
It's a good question. From what I can tell from looking at the patents and his notes, it looks like he had pretty early designs that had been kept how we see the tilt-a-whirl today. He had actually submitted 2 patents. The original one kept the same design, but the second one, there's some notes in there to mention we should probably make this a little bit safer. So there was some safety features that he had added in. But past that, the original design seemed to stay the same, even from the first concepts that he had set up in a neighbor's backyard. That kind of maintained. He may have cut down on the car amount. I think there was talk of like a 9-car ride rather than 7 at the time. But other than that, the features that we see with the centrifugal force all kind of maintain the same through his inventive process.
So Jenna, if there's 2 patents on this, how many more design changes have there been over the years?
It looks like from what we can see from the patents, there was the initial one that had been filed from 1926, and then he filed a separate one a couple of years later. It looks like it was mainly adding like a platform stepping feature in between so that folks were safely able to get on and off the ride. And then it was also adding some features that were better for the amusement parks. So it was able to be folded up a lot faster, and it was able to be transported more safely.
I get it. Now, is this essentially the same ride today that will go on at the Minnesota State Fair starting tomorrow as it was 100 years ago?
Almost. The initial prototype that Herb had put together was actually entirely made of wood. So we have obviously more steel, probably things that are a little bit safer that we use today. But yeah, many of the tilt-a-whirl cars and the ride itself, a lot of them from different amusement park folks that I've talked to that still have tilt-a-whirls, the parts get replaced over time. But overall, the design and a lot of the system still maintains, which is amazing after 100 years.
Right. Well, and he was a woodworker, so and he had several wood manufacturing businesses. So it just makes sense that he would have made this out of wood at the time, and it was readily available resource, right, and cheaper than probably metal was at the time.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. We do see him making some deals with some local companies that were here at the time in terms of the casting the wheels that were put later on to amend that metal part. That was the first part to come in. But past that, yeah, it was the availability of the material that they had at the time.
So was it mostly made, were these rides mostly made in Faribault or in Rice County?
Yes, they were. So I think all told, there's been about 1,000 that have been sold. And we still have the Selner manufacturing plant in town here today. It's on Fowler Street, which is amazing. You can still see in the storage yard that they have some of the merry-go-rounds, the Dizzy Dragons. Those are still there. The really cool thing in my research that I discovered is in looking through some of our files, the flagpole that's out front still has the central hub from the first tilt-a-whirl. So that's a pretty cool thing.
You know what? That just does my heart well to hear that they're still being made down there, especially in a time when most of our manufacturing has been offshored overseas, right? That you're still making this iconic piece of Americana, not just in Minnesota, but still down there in Rice County and in Faribault. So what kind of exhibit do you have coming up? Now, you're going to be researching and putting this on display at the Historical Society. What can we see?
So that's a very good question. We are actually in the process of a very big museum renovation at this point. So our entire main gallery is going to be redesigned. So what we're hoping to do, we do have a Selner case that is out on display right now. But past that, we're hoping to expand the exhibit. We have a ton of materials, new advertisements and things that we've been donated recently that we'd like to incorporate. And we'd actually, if we can, we're going to try to get our very own tilt-a-whirl car inside as well.
Oh, I love that.
But we'll see how feasible that is once we get to the later design phases.
Yeah. Hey, Jenna, do you remember your first ride in a tilt-a-whirl?
I do, actually. Yeah, I grew up in Goodhue County, and so I think one of the early county fairs that I had gone to, I remember stepping on, and they have like the wheel that, and of course all the people that I'm with, they want to try to spin it as fast as possible.
Right.
And I remember being incredibly dizzy after my very first ride on a tilt-a-whirl. Yes.
And that was the whole purpose. That's exactly
Yes.
what Herb wanted you to feel and experience all of those years ago. My goodness. Jenna Nelson with the Rice County Historical Society talking about the 100th anniversary of the Tilt-A-Whirl. We're all going to enjoy that again and relive our childhood memories starting tomorrow at the Minnesota State Fair at the old Midway there. Jenna, thank you for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
All right, good luck with you.
All right, so that was Jenna Nelson with the Rice County Historical Society talking about the 100th anniversary of the Tilt-A-Whirl. So if you're planning on going to the Minnesota State Fair at all over the next 12 days, you'll have to hit up the Tilt-A-Whirl in Midway for its 100th birthday. And it's not the same one that was there 100 years ago, so that's a good thing. So we're going to take this live shot out at the fair. We'll take this to break, and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to All Day Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm filling in for Courtney Godfrey today. I'm not in the studio. I'm also producing the show today, so I am back here in the control room. So we're going all in on the State Fair today. It's the first day out there. It looks really busy. I'll show you the live cam. It looks really busy out there. I do enjoy going on the first day, so I have a little bit of FOMO, but that's okay. We're going to go to an interview with Lauren and Drago did earlier today with a judge of the baked goods section of the competitions at the state fair, Lauren actually had an entry this year. So we're going to go to that conversation.
And so we just wanted to bounce over to Lauren Andrego. I believe she is next to what would be my favorite spot, because I am a sweet tooth girly. I love any like little cake, cookie, all the things, Lauren, and it looks like you are right there, girlfriend.
You're a girl after my own heart, Simone. Yeah, Creative Activities, one of the most popular spots, as you can tell, around me here near the main entrance of the fairgrounds. And this is where the results of the baking competition, one of the longest traditions at the state fair, shows the results. So right next to me is the refrigerated case of hundreds and hundreds of entrants from Minnesotans all across the state. And guess what? I was one of them. This is my 4th year entering the state fair baking contest. This year, I went for the carrot cake muffin. Unfortunately, I did not win a ribbon this year. I did not get 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th place, but my muffin appears to be the largest. So I think that counts for something. And I just have so much fun doing this competition every year, dropping things off at the fairgrounds, meeting the thousands of people who enter. And Ingrid Gangstead is here with me. She's in charge of all things baking and really gets us to this point. So before we get into all of those logistics, can you tell me a little bit about how many people participate and what were the most popular categories this year?
Sure, I'd be happy to. We had a record number of entries, 4,100 exhibits that came in, over 4,100 from about 1,400 exhibitors across the state of Minnesota. It's absolutely incredible, the creativity and the commitment and the skill of our Minnesota bakers.
Yeah. Chocolate chip cookies was the most popular category, as it usually is. What else were people interested in entering this year?
Yeah, things are creeping up on chocolate chip cookie, though. Our artisan bread categories, we had 2 of them, and between the 2 of them, we had over 250 artisan breads that came in, and they're just beautiful. They're just absolutely gorgeous.
So I know you got to do a little bit of the tasting and the judging and helped out on that side of things, but I'm wondering, Ingrid, how the heck do you guys get everything organized before the fair? All of us dropped our entries off on Saturday since they've been judged, and then somehow you get everything organized in this beautiful way. How do you do it?
It's absolutely incredible because Saturday wasn't that long ago. No. To get an idea of the magnitude of these exhibits, I calculated this morning that we use 165 8-foot tables, and if we put them in one row end to end, it would be over 4 football fields of exhibits that we have to take care of and judge from Saturday until yesterday. So we spend about 2 days judging, where we have teams of judges that are working to go through all of these classes, and from there we need to move them into these beautiful display cases, and I think people forget about that. One of the things that we do is everybody's name that entered an exhibit is with their exhibit. So keeping the name with the cookie, the cake, the bread, whatever it is, that's a logistical challenge, and we have an incredible team of people doing that. So we have a team of people that are cutting and transferring every single cake onto a clean cake round. So they spend probably a day and a half doing that. Yesterday I cut breads for about 7 hours.
Oh my God.
To get the breads all evenly portioned to be able to go into this display. And then there's probably a team of about 15 people that are doing all this the last 2 days before the fair starts to get these cases ready. There's people that all day are just plating up the cookies, picking the best ones out of the exhibit to go on display, and then getting their names connected with the right cookie or exhibit.
Oh my gosh, what an undertaking. I know it takes hundreds and hundreds of people to make that happen, and you are one of them. Ingrid, thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations on this beautiful display.
Thank you. Congratulations to your entry.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give it one more look, shall we? This was my carrot cake muffin. I decided to enter this category this year. It was strategic because this is my 4th year. I've never gotten a ribbon before. So I decided I was going to enter the category with the least amount of entrants. And wouldn't you know it, that's vegetable flavored muffins. Turns out I lost to a spinach muffin. I didn't
even... Oh no, we just lost
these years.
Oh, okay, Lauren, you were going in and out, but I was just sorry. I don't want to laugh because I know you didn't get the ribbon.
It's okay.
However,
it's okay.
The fact that you said you lost to the spinach, I'm sorry. It's all right.
Like, what the heck? Come on.
We
Who are
can't
these
win them
judges?
all.
I want to meet them.
But you know, you can keep trying.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't
last
win
year you tried. This year you tried. Next year you could. You know, the third.
Next year.
On the third.
There's always next year, Simone. I got to try something, but I don't know. I thought the carrot cake muffins were good.
And they
Not as
probably
good as the
are.
spinach muffins,
You
though.
know, I don't know. It's who judges these things anyway? You know, that's how we sometimes have to think about it.
I need to find the answer. Yeah.
Okay, you keep trying new recipes. You got it, girlfriend.
I will.
You got it.
Absolutely. You too next year. Simone,
yeah.
how about, you love the baked goods?
Yeah, maybe we could do some
year.
collabs.
Maybe
we'll
we
think of
enter
something
together.
Okay, I like that.
We're on to it.
We're thinking. Okay.
All right, that was Lauren Andrego out at the State Fair this morning in the creative service or the sorry. All right, we're gonna go and we're gonna take the DNR fish cam again. So can't get enough of that. And we'll be back right after this. Hi, welcome back to All Day Live. I'm Kara Savage, filling in for Courtney Godfrey today. We're going to go right into weather. So Erica Mrazek is going to join me now. Hey, Erica.
Hey, Kara. A beautiful day today. Great day for the first day of the State Fair. Just gorgeous, and I'm jealous of everybody who's out there right now, but I'll be there on Sunday with some friends. But overall setup is really quiet, area of high pressure. This spins clockwise, so since we're on the east side of it, your wind is coming from the north and the west, so that's keeping the dew points low and the weather pretty mild with that northwesterly breeze. Really nothing happening right now. There is no rain. There are just a few passing clouds, but overall mostly blue sky. And fair right now is bustling. First day, a lot of people there. 81 for the high temperature so far, so running about 2 degrees above average. Morning lows started off right around normal in the low 60s. And then right now across the state, 70s and 80s for the most part. Also joining the Metro 81 and Windham at 81. But pretty much everyone else, and Hinckley too, but pretty much everyone else is in the 70s. And then Ely and Grand Marais are stuck in the 60s today. The wind is not as gusty as yesterday. Yesterday you had this northwest breeze gusting to about 20 miles an hour, but today the breeze is a little bit lighter, so overall a more pleasant day with some mostly blue skies. So it's just literally perfect today. Dew points are low, so it's warm but not humid. It's a comfortable warm, and tomorrow is going to be pretty much the exact same thing for the most part. Later tomorrow, I'm looking at the chance for some clouds to start to move in. That'll be Friday late afternoon into Friday evening, and they could bring a couple chances for some isolated showers and thunder showers for Friday night into Saturday morning. Now, they're not widespread, so not everyone's going to see those, but there is that chance for a few of those overnight into Saturday morning for some. So carry the umbrella just in case and have a backup plan. You might need to start your plans a little bit later in the day, while the middle of the day and the afternoon are dry Saturday. And then I'm looking at another chance for a few showers Saturday night to Sunday morning, followed by perhaps Sunday night to Monday morning. So not going to be a washout, and it's more of an overnight thing. So for the most part, your daytime plans look still pretty fine, but just know there could be some rain and some rumbles at times throughout your weekend. And then temperature-wise, highs are those low 80s today, so running just a few degrees above average. They're going to increase once you get towards the weekend, and by Saturday, mid 80s, higher dew points, and then by Sunday, we're talking mid to upper 80s, so about 88 for your forecasted high on Sunday with some dew points that are going to be up there too. So it's going to feel more muggy, and then that fair turns into the Minnesota sweat together instead of just the get together, which is what it is today and tomorrow with the low dew points, Kara. But overall, going to get warmer, chance for a few showers is the main theme.
I feel like that's perfect fair weather besides the rain, right?
Yeah. I would prefer to be sweaty than to have rain on me.
Yeah, I feel like I remember last year it rained. It was either last year or the year before. It rained on the first day, and a lot of the stands like all ran out of ponchos, and it was crazy.
Oh no! Yeah. I'm not much of a poncho wearer,
No,
but I do use an umbrella.
Oh yeah.
But then when you're in a big crowd, then everyone starts hitting each other with their umbrellas because you're all walking past each other, you know? So it is kind of hard.
Yeah, you can't be the person at the fair with an umbrella, like when you're in a crowd of a bunch of people.
Yeah, because then there's not enough space, you know?
Someone's gonna get hit.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. You just kind of have to accept your fate and just get wet from the rain.
Yeah, just have a change of clothes in the car or something.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You'll
be fine.
Or just shower when you get home.
As long as you're not taking one of the park and rides home.
Yeah.
That might be pretty rough.
Yeah, because if that was the case, then the bus might smell like a wet dog or something like that. But
yeah. Well, thank you, Erica.
Thanks.
All right, so we're gonna go out to the back out to the state fair where the goat show is starting. But before we go to that, Amber Milner, our producer, is gonna join me. Amber, hang on, let me get you. Amber. Hey, so Amber used to show animals at the Wisconsin State Fair, right? Okay, well, Amber, if it doesn't surprise you, this might surprise you, but I was an FFA. Yes, at my inner city public school, I was an FFA. I did not do anything with animals. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we had like we had agriculture classes, and then that teacher ran FFA. And like all my friends did FFA. No one I knew grew up on a farm. It was a whole different thing. I didn't have the jacket, but my sister did. Yeah. They're kind of awesome. I like the suede ones. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah. Okay, Amber, so No, we didn't do anything. We went to like the competitions, and I think I made like I did like the floral one. I went to state for it, and I think all I did was like make a floral corsage like on the fly, and then identify flowers and call it a day. Yeah. So I was an FFA too. Well, honestly, I know you were making fun of me saying heifers and because. I know, I didn't know what it was. So, and I know that's embarrassing. So, and I knew you were watching that, and I knew you were like just having secondhand embarrassment. I knew it. I know you do. Yes. Yeah. It's the.
I can hear you. But
Can you hear?
I can't hear you.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm hearing myself
Are
now.
you hearing it?
I'm hearing it, but I've got video on.
Your mic is on.
Yeah. So
Okay, hang on.
Simone's saying that she's hearing you, but not me.
Okay, well. Okay, we're gonna go to the goats while we figure that out. Here is sorry, not the goats, that's horrible of me. This is the sheep showmanship competition at the Minnesota State Fair. And we go there now. All right, we're just gonna take a quick break and come back while we figure out the audio issues and while we wait for the sheep to get going. All right, welcome back to All Day Live. My name is Kira Savage, and Amber Milner is joining me. I hope her audio is working.
Site, but she.
I can't.
Are you hearing me?
Are you hearing her now? Yeah. Okay, we can hear you.
All right.
We can hear you. So
I don't know if that's good or bad, Kara. Sometimes I think people want to cut my mic.
I know. Yeah, right. Me and you have never been on TV together.
No, we haven't. This is kind of fun. People have no idea the absolute sassy banter that happens in the newsroom between our desks, and they're really in for it.
Right. We won't take all of that to live TV, but they did see the entire one-sided conversation between us just now.
Yes.
I hope everyone gathered that. It was that Amber used to show animals at the Wisconsin State Fair and the county fair.
Yeah.
Because she grew up on a dairy farm. And so she was making fun of me for my lack of dairy knowledge.
Not knowing what a heifer was or how to say the word heifer.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I should know that. That's general knowledge.
I did teach you this morning what the difference is between a regular show and a showmanship show. And that's what's happening with the goats right now.
Yes, right now there's a showmanship show with the sheep.
Do you remember what the difference is?
So this is about how the handlers are presenting the animal, not about the actual animal.
Good job. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It is a little bit about how they wash the animal, how they, have their hair combed, how they have them fitted for stuff. So that's all part of showmanship because that is what the shower did.
Right.
Right.
So we're not looking at what the animal
They're not judging the animals they're not going to rank the animals. They're ranking the showers.
Okay. And then during the shower show?
The showmanship show?
No, the other one, where it's just about the animal.
Okay, the regular shows.
The regular shows.
The heifer show earlier was about the animals.
Right. So they're mostly only looking at the animals and not necessarily how the handlers are, or how does
Correct.
that work? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but the handlers can do things to make the animal look more appealing, or things like that, how they place their feet, how they're walking them around the ring, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, they're getting going right now, so we have this for about 3 more minutes. So we're going to sit in that right now. Thank you, Amber, for explaining this to us. 1 second. All right. All right. Looks like that's the end of that. Our photographer has to get going to the dairy building where we're going to see some butter sculptures.
Oh, butter sculptures.
Yeah, big day, big day.
That is exciting.
Yeah, yes. So that's all we're seeing of the sheep. Did you ever have sheep?
I did not.
Okay.
I was strictly dairy, beef, and pigs. I hate birds. I'm actually like low-key kind of scared of birds, and like chickens
you're one of those people.
Yeah, chickens freak me out. They're not for me. Turkeys are gross. Geese are gross. Yeah,
turkeys are gross. Geese are gross.
Birds. Natalie is our like sheep person.
Yes. She's also our resident chicken person.
Yes. She is like the egg dealer for Fox 9. Like I'm not even kidding. She's literally the egg dealer for the whole station.
Yes. There's always eggs in the fridge.
Yes, from like, you know, if Ian Leonard asked her to bring him some like 3 weeks ago and then he forgot that he asked her that and then they've been sitting in the fridge forever. Yes, that's a real thing.
Yes. I think there should be a certain point where someone else can just, like, it's up for grabs.
It's free. I agree.
Like, maybe by day 3, if it's not taken, you can just, like,
I think that's a
take
great
that
idea.
home.
I would take them.
I'm going to start doing that. Just kidding.
You snooze, you lose, Ian. And I'm pretty sure, like, he already paid her for them. So,
yeah.
like, take your eggs.
I'll take them. Thank you. Like, open up a carton, like, why is there an egg missing?
We just take them one by one. I kind of like that plan.
Every day he forgets them, we'll take one egg out.
If you could pick an animal to show, Kara, what do you think you would choose?
I think a cow would be fun.
Yeah. Would you
I
show
like a
like
cow.
a full-grown cow?
No, like a calf.
Okay.
For sure.
Beef or dairy?
I kind of think the beef ones are cuter.
I would actually tend to agree with you. I grew up on a dairy farm, but like I think the beef ones are cuter.
Yeah.
And I think that because the beef cattle tend to be more fluffy.
Yes, they're more fluffy, and I like when they're like light brown.
Yeah. Have you seen them do like the blow drying and stuff at the fairs?
Yes.
So we had one of those big blowers at home, and we would have to blow dry our cattle to make them fluffier, right? But I grew up alongside another farm who they showed beef cattle at the same county fair that we did, and they literally had air conditioning in part of their barn so that the beef cattle would grow longer hair because they're colder.
Oh, interesting.
I was not that kind of farmer.
Right. Sometimes I'll tell stories about a farm and I'm like, we grew up very different, Amber.
Yeah, well, me and some other farmers grew up very different. I'm like, you are a different tax bracket kind of farmer than I was.
Right,
like,
yes.
I was like, oh, this is just like for fun and cutesies, like showing my animals at the fair because I think it's fun. And they're like, this is my life.
Right.
You know, people are like really intense about it. So, you know.
They're not messing around. I respect it, yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a phase where I really liked pigs.
I still love pigs.
And I wanted a teacup pig.
Ooh.
When I was like really, really young.
Okay.
And I would ask for a teacup pig all the time, and I had a whole plan about how like I was gonna keep it in my room, like all this stuff. And then my mom made me read this thing about how the reason teacup pigs are small is because you starve them.
Yeah. It's like,
and then that dream was over. That dream was over.
It's kind of like how they kind of like inbred pugs to make their faces flat.
Right.
You know, it's like now they can't breathe.
And they can't breathe. I know, the poor guys. They're so cute though.
They're so cute, but like it's so sad.
I know, it is. It really is. Okay, Amber, we've got to take a break, but first we're going to go and we're going to watch the DNR Fish Cam.
Heck yeah.
I don't think I played it enough today. I don't know. I can't get enough of the fish cam.
You know, fish are weird, but hey, do your thing.
Yep. All right. So we're going to take this to break. We'll be right back after this. back to All Day Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm filling in for Courtney Godfrey today. I'm a producer on this show, so I'm in the control room this afternoon, not this morning. So today is the first day at the State Fair, and we just can't get enough of it, I guess. And this morning, our Bill Keller found a special guest waiting in line to get into the fair when the gates opened this morning. So here is that.
Yeah, a lot of folks ready to get inside the state fairgrounds. We pulled one woman out of the line to see why she does this. What is your name, and why would you come out here so early?
I love the fair, and I am here when the gates open every single year.
Did you say and spell your first and last name?
Yes, my name is Amy Klobuchar, K-L-O.
Oh, it's Senator Klobuchar, everybody.
That's me. I just happen to be here. I got to tell you, this is the best weather ever for the fair. I maybe know a lot about weather at the front gate on the first day. You get to wear a jacket, unique.
Now, you come out here for work. You would come out here for pleasure, I would imagine. What is a pro tip for people who come out to the fair?
The pro tip is to bring a jacket that you can put around your waist. The pro tip is to try different foods and not eat anything until you get here. And to make sure you try your favorite thing and have a plan.
Okay, a political question. What would be a nonpartisan food that everybody can agree on is universally good, and what is the most divisive meal?
Well, I think probably the one that brings people together is cheese curds, fried, cheese in the middle, kind of a neutral color, all good.
So everyone can agree on cheese curds?
Yeah, but there's always the corn dog versus pronto pup thing, and that gets very controversial. I personally say corn dogs. And then you've got the new foods. I don't know if you've heard this. Do you know some of the new foods?
Yeah.
The pickle pie at Lulu's Public House.
Yeah.
The banana butterscotch
Are you getting paid for these endorsements?
No, these are things I want to try, but maybe not in all one day. So pace yourself is the key to the State Fair.
What would you tell lawmakers from Washington, D.C., if they came out to the State Fair, what would they learn? What would they come away with?
Okay, they would learn that there's a whole lot of people that don't send emails or don't call the office who have something to say. And that's one of the great things about the State Fair. People bring together from rural, from metro, and they can just come up and talk to you about anything. And I think people in Washington need to do that more.
Well, I'm sorry you're not the first person in line. They got here at 7 o'clock yesterday morning, but good luck next year.
Okay.
Senator, nice talking to you.
All right, so that was earlier this morning, Bill Keller with Senator Klobuchar waiting outside of the gates before they opened, or not long after they opened. I think it's safe to say
a lot of folks.
Oopsie. I think it's safe to say that it's now warm enough to not be wearing a jacket outside, but we'll hear from our Erica Murazik in about 5 minutes on that. For now, I want to show you another guest that Bill found waiting outside of the Hamlin Church Dining Hall this morning.
A lot of folks tell us this is the best place to be, the Hamlin Church Dining Hall. Let's see if we can grab somebody out of this line and see. Excuse me, ma'am. Why? Come over, join me here. Say and spell your first and last name, please.
Lisa Dameth.
Oh, you look familiar. House Speaker Lisa Dameth.
And it's pronounced Dameth. Well done. Yes.
I will admit I did screw that up a couple of years
Rhymes
ago.
with Joe Namath.
I know. Now listen, you have been. I literally pulled you out of line. And
look at it now.
I know. Everyone says what's the first thing on the menu? Coffee.
Coffee.
What's the pro tip for people who come to the State Fair?
So this is my first time coming before gates open. I've come early, but not this early before. So it was really fun to talk with people. I think pro tip is just come with a really good attitude and be ready for a good day and wear really comfortable shoes.
So a political question. Is there a bipartisan food that lawmakers can hand across the aisle that everyone can agree on, not something that's divisive?
Great question. Apparently, there could be a little controversy between pronto pups or corn dogs, so we're not going there. Yeah. Let me look for that. That's a great question. What are you hearing?
Your opponent said cheese curds.
Cheese curds are good.
So now you agree. You got to come up with a new campaign.
I've never been disagreeable.
Good talking to you. Enjoy your day.
Great to talk
Thanks
to you
for
too.
joining
Thank
us out
you.
here.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so that was Bill Keller with Speaker Lisa Dameth out at the State Fair this morning. For now, we are going to take a look at. All right, we're going to watch the DNR
So you probably have heard of the
live fish cam again. because I lost my live shot of the fair. So we're gonna watch that and take that for a little bit while we wait for Erica Mrazek. All right, that is the DNR fish pond. Can't get enough of that. But right now, we are actually going to check in with our Erica Mrazek. Little weather check-in. Hang on. Sorry, you're up now.
Hey, Kara.
Hey.
Gorgeous day. Today's weather is pretty quiet, so not a lot going on right now. Your overall setup, you have an area of high pressure towards the north and the west, and then around a high pressure center, the wind goes clockwise, and we're on the eastern side of the system, so the wind right now is coming from the north and the west. So that's bringing in pretty mild weather, some low dew points, and overall pleasant conditions. So no showers today with that high pressure center. Just a few passing clouds, but overall mostly clear. So you could not ask for a better day for this sort of the state fair than today. It's gorgeous out there. Plenty of people out right now at the state fair. Temperatures so far for the high reached 81, typically about 79, so just a little bit above average, but pretty close. And then your morning lows started off today in the 60s, and I actually wore a sweatshirt outside this morning because it was about 65 when I walked out the door. Temperatures at the moment, a whole lot of 70s, couple 80s, also reaching 81 for Windham, as well as the Twin Cities Metro and Hinckley. 80 for places towards the east and western Wisconsin. And then for the north, you have Grand Marais in the 60s, but everyone else in the 70s for the most part. And there's that northwest wind. Yesterday was pretty gusty, about 20 miles an hour, but today the wind speeds have lightened up a bit. Wind direction still the same. And then for tomorrow, the wind direction starts to shift, and then into the weekend, that's going to bring in a little bit more humidity with the south and southwest wind once you get towards your Saturday and into Sunday. But for now, dew point is 50. It is really pleasant outside. Your relative humidity 34, so you're not going to be too sticky out there. 81 is your current temperature, feeling like 80. It's really pleasant outside, so find some time to enjoy it. So sunny start to the state fair. Friday is also fairly sunny, fairly gorgeous. Going to be almost the same as today, at least for the first part. So first part of the day could bring you a little bit of patchy fog if you're somewhere around a body of water, places like that. And then once you get through the daytime, amazing. But then late Friday, there is the chance for some clouds to move in. And then Friday night to Saturday morning, they could drop some rain showers and some thunder showers. So just to have that in the back of your mind. You won't need to cancel your plans probably because they're just isolated. They're not widespread. But just note that there's a chance that you could get a little bit wet for Friday night to early Saturday. And then after that, there's another chance for a few showers, perhaps some rumblers for Saturday night to early Sunday, and then potentially Sunday to early Monday too. So overall, this is going to be more of a nighttime thing, not as much of a daytime thing. So most of your daytime plans should be looking good. But if you're going to be out late at night or up early in the morning, there's a chance for there to be a few showers and storms that could impact your plans. And then temperature-wise, they're going to be highs are going to be in the 80s for the next couple of days, basically all through the whole 7-day forecast. They're going to be in the low 80s for the end of this week, but then by next week, it's going to be pretty warm on Sunday. So by Sunday, high temperatures about 88. Dew points are going to be warmer, so it's going to feel a little bit more sticky. And then after that, temperatures get closer to those mid-80s, Kara. But overall, temperatures above average for the 7-day forecast.
Lovely. Thank you, Erica.
Yes, you're welcome.
Do you have any plans for the fair yet?
Okay, so I don't know exactly what I'm doing yet. I know what day I'm going. I'm going on Sunday.
Okay.
And I still have to buy my tickets, which I'm going to do online, I think.
Okay.
Assuming I could do that. I'm the kind of person where I have an idea of a plan, but I don't have like the logistics, so I have no idea how I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I don't think I
mean,
want to park. I heard parking's kind of.
Yeah, I would do the park and ride.
Yeah, and that's
I would do the park and ride.
the
And
bus,
you
right?
definitely are near a park. Yeah. So and that'll drop you off right outside of the gates. And you can just, if you get your tickets online, then you can walk right in. Maybe there's a line to get in, but that's usually never too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll pop in, think I'll find Ian, say hello,
Yes.
and walk around with my friends.
Yes,
So-
and get a huge list of things to do from Ian, probably.
Yeah, I have a TikTok that I want to make.
You
and
should.
The sound is like just naming a bunch of foods, so I want to get all the foods and make my TikTok.
Oh,
It's just
you
like
should.
all desserts.
You
So-
should. That would be fun, and then share it with us, and we'll show it on all day.
Yeah, it's just all desserts, so I'll probably have like diabetes by the time I'm done filming
That's okay. It
But I
doesn't
think I'll
count.
just take like one bite of each thing.
Yeah, it doesn't count at the state fair, and also that's why you go with people, because then you can share.
Yeah, we could split
And then
it.
it's kind of like you just had a bite of everything. Like it doesn't count.
Yeah, it's just like a little taste.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Calories don't count at the state fair.
No, they do not. That is a fact. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Erica.
Thanks.
All right. Right now, happening now, we're going to go to the dairy building where they are carving the first of the Dairy Queens. So I believe they're currently carving Jenna Hansen, who was crowned the 73rd Princess K of the Milky Way. We're going to go. All right.
I don't have a single child yet. Too young.
That's all you see. What you have.
No, but I across the street. Oh, you know what? I cut in while you guys were cutting in the other one. I didn't do a double cut.
So we could just ask them. Let me try calling. We're by like the thing that takes Well, we didn't get it. We didn't get in line to watch class. We're in a line. You left the line?
So that's really what I was commenting on. You know.
Do I see the canoes? Do you know where the canoes are? Yeah. Got someone there? The canoes are on
We have been watching the butter sculpting process in the dairy building out at the State Fair. Right now, the sculptor Jerry Colzer is sculpting Jenna Hansen. She was crowned the 73rd Princess K of the Milky Way last night. I do want to show you that video of her crowning, the crowning ceremony. I'm going to take that. We'll go to that now. All right, it seems like the audio on this is not currently working. But it's not, we'll just, so she's right there in the yellow. All right, and there you go. So I wish we could have had the sound in there. We would have heard a lot of screaming and excitement. But That's okay, we can't have everything. So right now we're gonna go to break, and to break, we're gonna take the DNR Fish live cam because we haven't taken that enough today. This is maybe the 10th time that we've taken it, but that's okay. Hi, welcome back to All Day. My name is Kara Savage. I'm filling in this afternoon for Courtney Godfrey. We're not in the studio today. I am also a producer on this show, so we're doing it all from the control room today. So we've done a lot of state fair coverage, but I wanted to switch gears a little bit for a moment. AP is reporting today that this morning at 6:59 a.m., Christian Castro, the ICE officer charged with shooting a man during Operation Metro Surge, was released from jail in Texas. Earlier today, Paul Bloom spoke with Simone Woolridge during All Day, and I wanted to show you that conversation.
We have Paul Bloom in the studio with me now because earlier today, Christian Castro, he's the ICE agent, was released from a Texas jail, and this comes after a lengthy battle between Texas Governor Greg Abbott and also Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison. Paul, I feel like we've been talking about this every day for the last maybe like 3-4 days, just really in the weeds on it. But this popped this morning. Castro out of jail as of what you said, 6:59 this morning?
6:59. The sheriff down there in Texas has confirmed that. I know some media was waiting for him, so there are images posted of Castro getting out. Yeah, the sun came up and he was out. I mean, we knew this could happen. We're no longer in the weeds.
Because this was deadline day, right?
This was the 90th day. And in Texas law, we've talked about this. A fugitive can be held without a warrant for 90 days in the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. And we've hit that. He was arrested May 29th. Today is August 27th. This is what
Minnesota officials were so concerned about, and that is why they went into court last week asking two things. One was for the extradition. Governor Abbott wasn't going to budge on that. The other thing they had asked was a very specific request to this district court judge down in Texas. Please give us an emergency temporary restraining order so that we can keep Agent Castro behind bars while the whole extradition process plays out. We did it as breaking news yesterday. The governor rejected Minnesota's request. He said basically in his order that until Governor Abbott actually doesn't sign, rejects the extradition warrant outright, at that point, then Minnesota could possibly bring back the lawsuit, but for now it's not ripe, it's not appropriate. He doesn't have really jurisdiction to act on it because Abbott right now is reviewing the case. He wants to know whether or not, by definition, is Christian Castro a fugitive of the law. So while he's reviewing that, at least that's what he says, Minnesota calls it politics. He doesn't have to, he hasn't made an up or down decision. It's still hanging out there. And basically the judge said he knows Christian Castro will likely walk free, which he did today. Possibly goes to Mexico. Again, another concern Minnesota has is that he's going to go right across the border. He's got a girlfriend, lover, his future wife is in Mexico. So Minnesota worries once he crosses the border, if he does, they'll have lost him probably, maybe not forever, but it makes it a lot harder for the feds then to get involved and have to bring him back through an international extradition. I mean, it's possible, but Minnesota officials hated that this day came, and we have some comments from Keith Ellison. If we want to post those up on screen, I can kind of share a little bit of what the Attorney General had to say. Obviously, he's the lead attorney in this case on behalf of Governor Walz. There's a statement. Federal law, or maybe it's not quite up on your screen yet. I'm seeing it there. There it goes. Federal law, the laws of every state and the U.S. Constitution require states to extradite fugitives, period. This is not politics. This is not a game. There are traumatized victims in Minnesota awaiting accountability and justice. But Greg Abbott is playing the political game of turning Texas into a sanctuary state for accused felons and violent criminals. This hurts the victims of crime and hurts the residents of Texas. And that was part of a longer statement the Attorney General had today. So, Simone, he's out. And now we kind of have to sort of take, do the calculus from this point forward as an agent who's no longer in custody and what that looks like for justice going forward.
That's exactly what I was going to get to, because, for some of the people who may not remember, Castro, of course, involved in this incident that happened in Minneapolis. It was it started as reports of, was it a shovel involved, a broom involved in an incident? I can't remember the man's name.
Julio Sosa
Yes, Sosa Solis.
So mid-January, between the two fatal shootings, so Renee Good and Alex Preddy, there's some type of traffic stop that they attempted. Right. Not clear who he was, Castro and his partner were looking for, but they end up at this house in North Minneapolis. Castro would shoot the Venezuelan national who was fleeing from the scene. He created a narrative that he said he had been attacked by with a shovel and a broom handle. There was a shovel close by, but surveillance video from the city of Minneapolis would not show some sort of extended altercation or anything. So he's been charged. He fires into the home. The Sosa Solis is fleeing into the home. There are children in the home. It's filled with family members. He shoots. Sosa Solis is wounded in the leg, non-life-threatening injuries. Castro, the ICE agent, is accused of lying, and that's part of the criminal charges he faces. It's 4 felony counts for the assault, for the shooting, and then a single count of lying, fabricating, lying to report a crime, and that's a lower-level offense. But Minnesota had this nationwide arrest warrant for him. He was taken into custody. Texas Rangers, feds, the BCA all kind of worked together. They found him down in Texas. That's where he had been reassigned by ICE. ICE moved him back to Texas after the shooting. And you have to remember the immigrants that he was pursuing, including the man shot, were first charged by the feds for their supposed crimes in this. And you may remember the Department of Justice had to drop the charges against those men and had to acknowledge, and did acknowledge, that this ICE agent had lied about what had taken place. And that's what has Minnesota officials so frustrated. We know a federal investigation is ongoing. The feds could eventually charge this guy, and they had him in custody. They had him in custody for 3 months, and they just cannot believe how and why Greg Abbott would allow this day to come.
So is that where you have the playing politics part of it?
Exactly. You know, I mean, it is a red state. It's a Republican state, and you and I have talked about what Greg Abbott said just off the cuff. I mean, it's bluster, it's political bluster, but he ripped Governor Walz, he ripped the fraud. He said Minnesota
focus on fraud.
Yeah. Minnesota should pay it back before I ever pay back the fraud that was stolen from the American taxpayer, before I ever take a look at this issue. I mean, that's not the arguments they made on legal paper. They're very much, you know, Abbott is legally is saying that I'm not even sure Castro's considered a fugitive because he was operating under the guise of, you know, a federal law enforcement agency. He was assigned to Minnesota. He was assigned back to Texas. He hasn't run from anything. So his question is he a fugitive of the law? He's having his Secretary of State answer that question until he gets a full investigation from his Secretary of State. He's not going to up or down make a decision on the actual extradition warrant, but clearly now the 90 days have expired. Where Christian Castro goes from here, we don't know. Minnesota officials don't know.
That's the question. Yeah,
He's
that's
been
the
on
question.
the phone. They've been monitoring his jailhouse phone calls in Spanish to his lover down in Mexico. They're talking about being together forever. A colleague of ours used to work down by the border. He tells me it's a 5-minute walk from this jail across the border, a crossing point. So not that it's impossible to get somebody out of Mexico. I had one law enforcement official tell me yesterday, you know, an ICE agent who's considered by some to be a fugitive, who shot at immigrants, who's part of Operation Metro Surge, may not be the safest place for him down in Mexico right now. You know what I mean? You know, that he's not exactly.
Big picture.
If you're, you know, you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to go hide and disappear into Mexico. Well, if you're this face and you're this guy who shot at, you know, immigrants up in Minnesota, you know, might not be the most comfortable and safest place for you. But regardless, he's free. He's out. He's, you know, and how difficult it is to find him moving forward, I obviously don't know.
But can he still continue in policing? What does that look like?
Well, that's a great question. I did submit an inquiry to the Department of Homeland Security today just to understand what his status is as a federal agent. Now they've been reluctant to speak publicly on any of their agents. You know, they don't even basically identify them by names, if fear doxing or whatever. My guess is at this point this case is so huge they'll have to acknowledge something. I do seem to remember reading at some point that he was on some sort of suspension, you know, temporary leave while they investigated, you know, his alleged lying and the shooting itself. I mean, the feds are investigating both. We do know that they're investigating the circumstances of the shooting, a civil rights investigation. We also know they are investigating just the lying, the making up of the story.
So that is still ongoing at this point.
That is, and we, you know, there were reports this week that the feds were getting really close to actually possibly charging, so where they could have stepped in and then maybe taken him right into federal custody. That did not happen this morning. My understanding was they are close to making a charging decision, and we likely will see federal charges eventually, but that's a big ask. That's all the way up, right? That's got to go to the top of the DOJ. I mean, to charge their own federal agent with a crime. But I'm told they're getting close, obviously not close enough here to take him right into custody, right? Like when he was released today, he went into a car, the media was there, left it just before 7 a.m. as the sun came up. He was released, so clearly the paperwork was all in place for this to happen right away this morning as we hit that 90th day, and the judge said no, he would not issue a temporary restraining order.
So at this point, there's nothing else Minnesota can do, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they could reevaluate. You know, it's obviously they have this one ruling from the Texas court judge who said the issue is not ripe yet, in that the governor hasn't said an official hard no that he would not ever sign an extradition warrant. So let's see. I mean, my next step is I'm just thinking here is, you know, we have to get this report from the Secretary of State in Texas whether or not in their mind, Christian Castro is in fact a fugitive. And if that comes through and then Abbott makes a final decision, then, perhaps more litigation. They could appeal the Fifth Circuit where Texas is. It's similar to our circuit, the Eighth. It's a conservative circuit. It sided with President Trump's mandatory detention policy, just like our district did. So they may not think going up to an appeals level is worth it for them. And they probably want to be careful as they litigate this moving forward that they don't, go too far and upset, a judge or judges down there. So that, they're just going to have to play this out. I mean, there's this possibility. I mean, I think it's completely far-fetched, but in theory, he could pull like Gregory Morgan, the other ICE agent who's accused of pointing a gun at motorists on Highway 62 during the surge. He came and he didn't want to be a fugitive of the law.
We saw him.
He came. He surrendered. There's always that possibility, although that's a long shot because all along, Castro never did that. When the warrant was out for him, he also could have done it while sitting in jail. He could have signed the papers. Like, you didn't have to go to the governor. A defendant could waive his rights to extradition and could have done this over the last 3 months, and he did not. So that would be a doubtful pathway. But yeah, this is just one of those where, we don't know what comes next. We'll be watching it. I just, as I was coming in, you probably saw me going to my laptop. Yeah. I just wanted to check the case file just to see if Minnesota did file anything new today. That they haven't. For now, all we just know is 6:59 a.m. Christian Castro walked out that jailhouse door in Brownsville, Texas, and for now is I don't even know if he's considered a wanted man. I don't know who. I mean, Minnesota wants him, but they can't send Minnesota law enforcement in and take him out of Texas. So
we keep hearing unprecedented, and it's really things that we have yet to see, and that's sort of why we have to just follow along with the process, and that's why you mentioned, we'll have to just see what happens next, because this one has been an interesting one to follow.
Yeah,
I mean,
and a little bit more, just a little bit more from the Attorney General, and disturbed to learn of the release today from Attorney General Allison, describing, that his request was ignored, and that Abbott offered bogus excuses for not signing that have no basis in law or Supreme Court precedent. And then in a social media post yesterday, he wasted no time in publicly revealing his political motivations for not signing. I didn't see what the governor had posted, but yeah, I mean, Minnesota officials are besides themselves, and then really feel this is politics. And just from a reporter sitting here in Minnesota, kind of wondering, what Abbott is thinking, because. He would know that the feds are also investigating this, and that the feds have already publicly accused this guy of lying about the shooting. It is an interesting position to stake out politically, in a red state. I mean, obviously there's a lot of ICE and DHS down there because it's such a huge border state, right, Texas, but if he knows the guy's kind of in hot water with the feds and they had to dismiss charges for him, it just doesn't seem like the type of figure you want to put your political might behind. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're probably, maybe you could come up with a case where it might not be so obvious, but in this one, with the feds interested, with him the feds already having to dismiss charges because this guy, lied about what happened, that the feds might charge him any day now. Like, why you wouldn't, just let the legal process play out.
Feel like the answer is clear. Yeah.
So anyway,
totally
we don't know, but we will follow it, and he'll keep us busy for a bit here.
Oh, yeah, I know. He has kept you busy for the last few days, Paul. You always do such a great job just breaking it down so we can easily understand, especially when we see something like this on this scale, but then also where things are just kind of fluid and coming in every single day. And so you just do a really good job explaining it. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Of course.
All right, that was a conversation from earlier today. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of that break, we are going to get back to our State Fair coverage. right, welcome back to All Day Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm filling in for Courtney Godfrey this afternoon. It's the first day of the Minnesota Great Get Together, and it's beautiful outside. So I'm going to bring in Erica Mrazek. Here we go. Hey, Erica.
Hi, Kara. Beautiful day for the first day of the State Fair. You have a high pressure center towards the north and the west, so that's bringing gorgeous weather to the state of Minnesota today. No rain showers, barely any clouds, a nice little northwest wind. It's not too gusty, it's pretty light, and overall just gorgeous conditions. So the past 6 hours, the only thing happening are some clouds in the eastern half of the state. But other than that, it is mostly sunny to clear. So State Fair right now, hustling and bustling. Great day for it. 81 is your high temperature, 79 is your typical high for this time of year, so pretty close to average, just a little bit above. And then the morning low temperatures started off today in the 60s, and it was actually a morning where you might have even wanted the jacket or the sweatshirt. I had a sweatshirt on earlier today. And right now, definitely warm though. 80s for some, 70s for most. You have 81 in the Twin Cities. Also 81 in St. Cloud and in Windham. And then towards the north, you start to get a few 60s along parts of the North Shore. And then overnight tonight, temperatures will drop to the 60s and then the 50s for the metro, and some spots outside of the metro could even drop to the 40s potentially. So overnight tonight, temperatures are going to get below average. Your wind speed right now from the north and the west, not as gusty as yesterday. It is just a gorgeous day outside. You have some low dew points now in the 40s, so relative humidity 33%. So it's warm, but it's not sticky outside, and it's just perfect weather to do anything outdoors. Tomorrow is going to be another gorgeous day, pretty much just like today for the most part. But then the second half of tomorrow, things start to change just a little bit. So some clouds will roll in during the afternoon, evening, and they could bring a few rain showers with a few rumbles of thunder Friday night into Saturday morning. So it's not going to be widespread, and it's more of an overnight thing. So it shouldn't impact your plans all too much, except for if you're going to wake up really early on Saturday. Could be a couple raindrops out there. Then another chance for a few showers Saturday night to Sunday morning, and then again late Sunday into early Monday. So there's just different opportunities at times for some wet weather, but it's not going to be for everybody. It'll be pretty isolated to scattered, and no severe weather is expected. Just some possible thunder showers at times, but overall, your daytime plans are looking good. It's just if you have plans late at night or early in the morning for the most part. And then for the temperatures, they're going to increase once you get into the weekend. So today, tomorrow, expect low 80s, also dew points in the 40s and 50s. So it feels phenomenal outside. But then once you get towards Saturday, the southwest and south wind starts to pick up the dew points. And then by Sunday, high temperature could be about 88 with some higher humidity. So then by Sunday, it turns into the Minnesota Sweat Together for the State Fair, and not as much as just the plain old get together like how it is for today and tomorrow, Kara. So going to get a little bit warmer towards the weekend and
Great.
Sunday.
I feel like your first experience at Minnesota State Fair on Sunday, it has to be too hot. Like
Yeah,
that's just that's the true experience.
Yeah, I really have to get like
Yeah.
the real deal.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've heard about it as. So
Yeah.
I think it's fitting that Sunday is the day that I picked to go.
Oh yeah, you'll bond with everyone, and then you'll all be. It's part of the experience.
I wear a lot of deodorant, a lot of
Please.
perfume.
Yes.
So I won't
yeah.
bother anybody.
That's a good. I think everyone should take those tips.
And the good news is you're outside, so it's not like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess there are some parts where you walk indoors for certain things.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't been, so I don't know.
You can't
But
smell anything really in any of the animal buildings, so it doesn't really matter.
yeah, because you just smell animals.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I really want to see the animals, the pigs and the cows.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think are so
it's fun.
cute.
You have to get an Oink Booth hat. You have to go all in.
That's so funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I will. I'll let you know how my experience was when I see you on Tuesday.
Amazing. Okay, thank you, Erica.
Thanks.
All right, going back, we're going to go back out to the fair. We're going to take that live shot. You can check out the crowds. It's getting busier out there. All right, we're going to sit on this for a little bit, and we'll be right back after this break. Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm sitting in for Courtney Godfrey today. And we're going to go right back out to the fair where we have Kelsey and Randy. Hang on. Hey, guys.
Hello.
You're up.
Kara.
Hey, how's it going out there?
It's beautiful. It's lovely. And it is very busy today.
Yes, it is. It's a little bit hot, which is what you'd expect with the fair, but that's what everybody says as you're walking around. They're like, it's a little hot out here today, but everybody's doing great. It's packed to the gills.
Yeah, we're going to be on the air right here, sitting in these director's chairs in about 40 minutes or so. But we wanted to give our streaming viewers a look at the booth that we've set up here and all the fun things.
Yeah, so first day of the fair, I think everything's going very smoothly. In fact, we just heard Bonnie Raitt as well doing
warming up.
Her warm up for the grandstand tonight.
So Ben, if you can follow us.
All right, Ben.
Go right down these steps. And
we have
one of the big attractions out here at the Fox 9 booth is the claw machine. It's the Fox local claw machine. And people that come out for a visit can drop one of these beautiful gold coins in there, like that. Go ahead, Kels.
Okay.
Just find something. Everybody's after the Roku stick, so, I mean...
Yeah, but...
How you doing?
Can I get a rubber duck?
I don't know.
Okay,
well,
give me another token.
Here you go.
This has actually been a really fun addition to the Fox 9 booth. And usually it's a winner, right, Burke? It's easy to win.
Are you going for the Roku stick?
And I'm going to go for the apron.
Oh, you got caught on the side there.
Shoot. Why don't you try, Randy?
Go for the good stuff. I mean, it's all good stuff, don't get me wrong.
Good luck.
Come on. Oh, it's so close. Oh.
I think it's just that we're not allowed to win. I think it's usually a little bit easier than this.
Let's take, go ahead. Let's go outside, Kels. There's going to be people out here because we give the bags away, although the next bag giveaway is at 5 o'clock. But
do we
people
have
line
one?
up here.
Oh, yeah.
And this year's bag is very cool. Kimberly, one of our great employees, designs these things for us. Thank you. So people can come by, get their bag, and sometimes if we have time, we're out here, we'll sign the bags for folks.
Yeah. So it says we enjoy every season, and on the back we've got a little Best Medicine, one of the Fox shows.
It's a front row view of the fair. You can see how close we are to everything that goes on right at the sort of the shade of the grandstands there. Everything's happening right out here.
Yeah, and I think opening day with school starting next week, we might have some record-breaking attendance numbers today.
And come on, Ben, I want to show people how close we are to the big yellow slide. Come on, we'll go right through here.
All right, Ben's kind of tall. We got to watch him here.
Photojournalist Ben. Follow me. Come on. I'll walk backwards. Don't let me run into anybody. Great Euros here. Nick's been here. Hey, Nick. Say hi, Nick.
Hi, guys.
Nick, say hi. All right, there we go. Come on back here. You with us, Ben? All right, here we go. We're almost there. Part the waters. Part the waters. Here we go. Come on through.
This is essentially what it's like to walk at the fair, though.
There
so
it is. Yeah, this
gives
is
you a
good.
sense of like having to sneak through.
There it is. Barely 20 yards from our stand is the big yellow slide, which everybody loves. It's at the fair. It's been going on forever. I actually went down the slide with Senator Amy Klobuchar a few years ago.
And did you win? Or did she beat you?
I made sure that she won.
Okay, good, good. And the Sky Ride goes right over as well, so you can see our booth from the Sky Ride. And, you know, it feels like old times every time you come out here to the fair.
Let's go back into our booth.
All right.
Come on, Ben. How's that ice cream? Is that good? Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Sorry. Here we come.
And we're right next to the corn roast, too.
How's it going? Say hi to the camera. So when folks walk up, this is what they see. And then if they keep coming this way,
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. How's the
That's
fair
where
going
we
so
do
far
the news,
today?
right there.
Great. I love watching you.
come on over. We'll take you into the grandstands. Hi, how you doing? I'm good. How you doing? Where are you from?
Eden Prairie.
That's where our studio is.
I know. We're neighbors.
Are we? How come I've never met you before?
You don't cut that like one.
Well, you're here, so that's good.
Yes, of course.
Come on in. Security. We have security. Don't mess with us. Here we go. And this is
And
where
then-
people can enjoy the shows.
And then we usually have a few people stop by the booth here. Like we'll have the kids with their animals come in here. We'll have baby pigs and pythons. It kind of runs the gamut. And then the corn roast is just right over the top of this bleacher section here.
If you come this way, you can see how the cameras are set up for the show. And then Sean, the Polaroid guy, is here. Polaroid, I should have said. Are you taking shots again, Sean?
I think I mean yes.
Okay.
Do you have some pictures you can show us from today?
I do actually.
Okay.
What do you
Sean is an amazing photographer. He takes these Polaroid pictures, and he gets a picture usually with all the Fox 9 folks.
Oh, look at you.
And they're really good.
Come on in, Ben.
It is kind of an art. It's a lost art form. So, okay, so you've been around to the other stations today.
Yep.
And
KDWB.
over to the radio, folks.
Okay.
Were you here
That's
this
nice.
morning?
I didn't get here till around 10 o'clock-ish.
Okay.
K102.
K75.
Are we your first Fox 9 people coming up here at 5?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How many Polaroids do you think you have from the fair over the years?
I lost count after the first one, to be honest with you. I mean, it goes back 12 years.
Oh, Kendall.
Look at that. Hello. Me and Jay from 92 KQRS, me and Vaunt. And that's it.
All right.
All right.
Well,
very
happy
good.
picture
Welcome
taking.
back, by
Yeah,
the way.
it's good to see you. It's been a year, so it's good to see you back
All right,
here at the
Ben.
fair.
A little tight through here, Ben. Coming through. You can see where we do our work when we don't, when we're not broadcasting.
Here, I got you, Ben.
Oh, hi, Natalie. Say hi to Ben.
Hi, Ben.
And our streaming viewers. There you go.
Anybody else in
Where we
here?
work.
Just me.
Okay.
Does this steel box interfere with anything? We
Wait.
still have a signal?
You have to show the whiteboard. State Fair, day 1. Be sweeter than Sweet Martha.
There you go.
Not possible.
All right. I'm going to peek in the green room, just make sure nobody's changing their clothes, Ben, before we say hi to Ben.
Sean.
Is everybody decent
Burke,
in here?
Brandon.
Everybody's decent?
So this is the glamorous life of TV at the State Fair.
Okay, and this is our fabulous green room where we hang out until we do the show. It's got a great mirror, which of course I love.
This is where all the fancy guests can sit and hang out. We've got
Pictures from old. Check it out over here. I don't know what year that was. I look younger, that's all I know. Yeah. All right.
I know.
That's about it. All the fun happens out here.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for the fun tour.
Well, Kara, if you want any more from the booth out here, you just let us know.
Always.
We'll be here till
Have you
7
guys had any
o'clock
food
doing
yet?
the news.
Have you guys had any food yet?
We have not
We have
gotten
not
into
had
the
a bite.
lines.
Wait, I forgot to ask off the
Tried
top.
to get some corn.
Randy, I forgot to ask. Are you a fair person? Do you like the fair?
I like the fair a lot, but I'll be really honest, and I've been honest about this over the years. By the time the fair is over, we've kind of had our fill.
Right.
It's not the people, it's not what we do out here. It's the aroma.
But then
It's the
it feels
aroma.
good to be back every year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It runs its course, and then it feels good to be back here for the start of the fair every August. Your wife is running out to get you what? Spam bites?
I don't know. It'll be a
Just as she
surprise.
said.
Are you a
Cammie
spam
stopped by and
person,
she's
Randy?
going to get him some spam bites.
And I'm gonna get some corn too. So, Carrie, you're
Yeah.
coming out, right? For fun?
Oh, yeah, I'll be out there. I'm not going to be eating spam bites, but I'll be out there.
Okay, so Kara, when you come to the fair, what are your foods?
Oh, I feel like I always go twice. So one of the times I try to hit all the classics. So that's, you know, the Pronto Pup, Dairy Building ice cream, all that fun stuff. And then I try to come out another time so I can try more of the new things. But none of the new things.
Do you have a favorite fair memory?
Oh, off the top of my head, I don't know. I worked the fair for many years, so I don't. Oh, maybe one of those years.
Where did you work?
I used to work at the Pepsi booth in the food building because someone who worked at my elementary school manages it. So it was kind of like everyone who went to elementary school worked there. Yeah.
Oh.
All I did was
fun.
fill pops, so I didn't have to stand by a fryer.
You
guys
actually are going to be on the air in about
Yeah.
32 minutes.
Yeah, you guys got some prep to do. So, well, thank you so much for showing us around. See you guys.
You're welcome. Come on out.
Bye, Kara.
Bye. All right, we are going to take a live look into the fair, and then we'll go to break, and we'll have more fair stuff after this. Hi, welcome back to All Day Live. My name is Kara Savage. I'm sitting in for Courtney Godfrey this afternoon. Today is the first day of the Minnesota State Fair, as you probably know. So we're going to take you to the live cam of the DNR fish pond. And And we're going to sit on this for a little bit, and then we'll hear from Ian Leonard. All right, we're going to take you out live to the State Fair where Ian Leonard is waiting for us. One sec. Ian, can you hear us?
Yes, yes, hello. I can hear you.
Hi.
Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Ian. Yes, I can. How's the fair?
This whole technical thing, it's tough.
Right.
The fair is good. I will tell you. Well, first of all, Kara.
Yes. Can you give me an OOTD? OOTD.
I can. So I'm wearing some Nike Vaporflies. These are my racing shoes from last year, and they're comfortable, and they have a carbon plate, so that way I can launch myself all across most of the State Fairgrounds in Falcon Heights. These arrived by FedEx this morning. These are called Whale Tails from Loudmouth, and you know, if you think about the brand, it's kind of perfect for me, Loudmouth. And these, you know, it started 20 years ago wearing my bad pants at the State Fair because of my Bad Pants Open, my fundraising golf tournament that's in 2 weeks for Special Olympics and the PGA Reach Foundation. So every day I wear a different pair of bad pants, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say these are really good pants. And of course, like most of the other folks, I'm wearing an Unreal shirt. Unreal has taken the world by storm. It's the little company that could. Hello! The little company that has taken the world by storm. Out of St. Paul, Minnesota. So there you go. That's my OTD. You want to talk about an OTD though? How about this? Oh, look, they not only come to the fair, they want everybody to know what they love about the fair. So look, frozen chocolate covered banana, Minneapolis pumpkin pie, beer. I love that. What do you like about the fair? Beer. fudge puppy, but not this year because that's a. Because why?
They got rid of it a couple years ago.
Oh, we're going looking for a fudge puppy. There's got to be one somewhere. And pork chop on a stick. Okay, give me some love.
I don't eat pork though, but I love the pork chop on a stick here.
Okay, so you do eat pork.
Only once a year.
Okay. I don't eat pork, but I eat the pork chop on a stick.
Yes.
I want you to think about that statement for just a minute. Okay. So, Minneapolis pumpkin pie. You'll see that everybody has a mark on their shirt. That's when people comment on their shirt. I am going to say it so I may comment. Minneapolis pumpkin pie. Here we go. Can we just do a little tick? Yeah, just a tick. Okay, hold on.
Come on, make him count.
And we got to go like this. There, and I signed your arm. Don't ever wash that because that is so amazingly expensive now. Really go. Are you having fun at least?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
How many pork chops on a stick have you had, lady who doesn't eat pork?
At least one.
At least one.
At least one.
Okay, now let's go. Obviously, there's no fudge puppy, so you haven't had any. The big question I have, and I'm sure most of Minnesota has right now, how many beers have you had?
About 10.
Oh, shut up. Okay, let's move on then, shall we? Real good. About 10, I would be done if I had 10. And how many pumpkin pies?
Sadly, 0. They don't have them this year.
Well, I want my mark back.
I know. Don't you feel
Killing me.
Next
And
year, they promise.
Frozen chocolate-covered bananas?
I had one.
Yes, I love it. Ladies, okay, bring it in. Group hug. Come on, group hug. Here we go. I love it. I love it. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your time. Okay, now hold it. Who's getting married?
Check the back of the Saturday. Is it going to rain?
Check the back. No, it's not going to get married. Hold on. What's the back of your shirt say?
Oh, you didn't even pizza.
We're getting pizza after this. Okay, so all of that other stuff, and then they're going for pizza. Hey, by the way, I want to party with you. Like, that would be, forget about it. That would be unbelievable.
She's being shy, but we're getting married.
You're getting married
We
on...
want to know if it's going to rain on Saturday.
You know, it's a great question. What time and where?
It's in Blaine, TPC Twin Cities at 4 o'clock.
Getting married at a golf course.
Yeah.
I love it. About 4 o'clock. Okay, let me talk about the forecast. So we can talk a little about the forecast.
Let's do it.
So, you know, all week long I've saying that the forecast is not a washout. We catch some showers late Friday night into Saturday morning. We catch a chance of showers Saturday night and a much better chance Sunday night into Monday. Now, that's going to change, but I don't want to talk to you anymore. I want to talk to the bride. Because the bride is the most important person in all of
And
this.
we're here from Arizona, so it's not 1:15.
Yeah, it's a little bit better here.
So, are you sure you really want to do it? I mean, he seems okay.
You know, he's a good one. He's from Minnesota. I'm not, but he's a good one.
But you've been here before to the state fair.
This is my first time at the state fair. I know.
The first time?
Yeah.
I mean, you look around, what are your first impressions?
Amazing. We've been eating our way through. We started with fried pickles, and now we had a mini donut beer. We're having a great time. I'm loving it.
And this is all before your wedding.
Yeah.
How cool.
Yeah, it's the way to do it, right?
How did he propose? This is a big story. You
It's a
stay
good
right where
one.
you are.
Yeah, we were in Switzerland, in Zermatt, and so we had the Swiss Alps in the background.
So pretty good flex right there.
Yeah.
We were in Switzerland with the Alps in the background. Okay, pretty decent.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He did a really good job.
He
Let's
did.
see the ring.
Right here.
He did a good job.
He did.
He's
Yeah.
a keeper.
Yeah,
He's okay. You can come back in now. We've talked enough about you behind your back and now in front of you.
Yeah.
So you're getting married. What's your name?
Tyler.
Courtney.
What's your last name?
Grim.
Grim.
Grim. G-R-I-M-M.
No, it's not.
It
Grim.
is. Oh yeah, we're German.
I hope the outlook
She's a
isn't
Grim
grim.
too.
Are you taking the last name?
I am.
Are you hyphenating?
Nope.
Full on. I got a good one.
You got a really good one. You guys are awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I hope you have a great
Thank
wedding.
you.
May God bless you and
Thank
keep
you.
you and launch you into this world and just have an awesome time.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. I'll poke you.
right.
Off you go. There you go.
Tap it off.
There you go.
Good weather.
I love you guys. You're great. So it's as simple as that. We meet a bunch of ladies who are eating things that are written on their shirt. We met a couple who got engaged with the Alps in the background. Big old flex right here at the State Fair. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
And now we're just sort of chilling. I want to show you, though, as we get closer and closer to the Fox 9 News, it has become a tradition for me to have a parade for myself every year at the State Fair. the retired members of the University of Minnesota Marching Band. Instead of the maroon and gold, they are aptly and lovingly called the Maroon and Old. They're right here. They're right here. They're getting ready and they're tuning up because in about 12 minutes, look, hi! Oh, group hugs, hi everybody. It's an annual tradition. It is the annual first day of the fair parade. The Maroon and Old, I heard you tuning up, little flat. Little flat. Give me a little pull out. See, I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. It's in.
Okay, yeah, but give it an in. Not an outie. Give it an innie, not an outie.
You gonna get this going or what?
Look, oh my God, and look who it is. My friend, Dave Tyson from the Ballpark Cafe. By the way, we are in the shadow of the Ballpark Cafe. What a first day.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. The streets were packed at 8 o'clock. I got at 7 o'clock, by 8 they were packed.
It's amazing. You know, some first days you're like,
Yeah.
Today's a real deal.
Usually those are the days people are walking around the first time looking what's new and
Right,
then coming
What's
back
going
later.
on?
I know.
And now, I mean,
it's like,
this is incredible.
Yeah. And a great night too, and a great grandstand act coming. So
Who's on the grandstand?
Bob Bonnie Raitt.
Oh.
Yeah. I think she'll do a tribute probably
Learn
to Dolly.
something
I
new
would
every
think.
day.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, well, you should come talk to me every day. I'll tell you.
You know, I'm a very busy man, Dave. I can't just keep track of all these schedules loosely. I gotta keep rolling and rolling. So, is it okay if we parade into the ballpark?
Yeah, it's fine. You got your, what do they call that thing, or do you want that?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I've been looking for it. It's, I can't believe you found this, Dave. Boy, I don't know where I left that. Oh, wait a minute. It's from my favorite broom. But I am ready. I hope you're ready as we get ready to parade into the first day of the Great Minnesota Get-Together. And I would tell you, it is almost the Great Minnesota Sweat Together. It is that warm out today. It gets warmer as we head through the weekend. By Sunday, we're talking about highs near 90. That, my friends, is the Great Minnesota Sweat Together. Carrie, you still got me?
I still got you. Thanks. Hey, you found some great people out there.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, a conglomeration of about 150,000 of my friends.
Right.
And at any one moment in time, you never know which one of those friends will approach the camera. You got to be ready at all times.
That's true.
I stretched earlier. To anybody who wants to try something like this at home, please make sure you stretch before you come to the Great Minnesota Get-Together, Karen.
Great. Thank you so much, Ian.
Ready for a parade?
Have fun at your
You
parade.
are so welcome, my friend. We'll update you more coming up Monday afternoon at 4:35 right here
forward to
from
it.
Falcon
All right.
Heights. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
Thanks.
Okay.
You too.
I gotta limber up.
Okay. Thanks, Ian.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
All right, that's Ian out at the fair. We are going to wrap up the show here today. Thanks so much for sticking around with us, and I'm going to take the live shot of the fair.
a great Minnesota get-together officially here. Welcome to the Minnesota State Fair 2026 Day 1. It's been great. The sun is out. The crowds are huge for a first day. Normally, I would say about 137,000 people come through these gates on opening day. That's the average, but I think we're probably hitting a bigger number than that based on my very raw math.
This math
Yeah,
is live.
exactly.
Crowds out there.
Thanks for joining us here at 5 o'clock, live from the fair. I'm Randy Meyer.
And I'm Kelsey Carlson, and we want to talk about the fair, and of course we're going to get back to everything that's happening out here, but we also need to acknowledge that this very heavy day